I've not been around for what seems to be an eternity. I'm really sorry. I'm having some health issues at the minute, as you guys probably are aware. Lots of pain, and yeah, I've had to take a rest. I was overdoing it with the website and sitting at the computer too long, so I'm really sorry I've not been with you. I just want to say thank you for sticking with me, and thank you to the new subscribers. I can't believe that you subscribed when I hadn't posted anything in a few days, and for that I am so grateful. I really am. I can't believe it. I'm chuffed to bits. It's I thought I'm going to lose subscribers, and I got all panicky. I was like, but I don't want to lose subscribers. And yeah, I can't believe that you've carried on supporting me. Oh, I'll get all emotional. Can tell I'm not very well. Oh dear. Thank you very much for sticking with me. So today I thought I would hop on because I was watching a video by Lyric Lover Crafts, and she's done a little mini series on how to make different albums from one sheet of 12 by 12. Now I have got a few. I'll admit I'm a little bit addicted, and I have a lot of pads over there, and I don't always think about going and picking them up when I'm making a journal, and I really need to start doing that. So yeah, I thought I would come on and do a couple of journals that she's done and just put my own spin on it. And I think she was inspired by someone else, I think she said in one of her videos. I can't tell you who, you know what my memory's like. So I thought I'd hop on and do a little bit with you. So she starts off with a 12 by 12, and this one doesn't need trimming or anything. It hasn't got like you know, the border or anything on it, so I'm quite lucky this. And this was the paper that I got from, I think this is the Works, this one, so nice and cheap and cheerful, but I haven't really done a lot with it. So she told me, hang on, let's see, she said make sure that's in the top, yeah, because we're going to slice. So I've got to slice it this way. If you've got paper that has got an upright part, we're obviously going to slice this into 3 sections, and I'm going to make a concertina album. So I need to make sure that it is sideways. Let's do this correctly. Knowing me, I may make a boo-boo, but that's the point of the channel. So I'm just going to cut that first one, and then another one at 4 inches. There we go. Like so. And we'll move that cutter out the way for a second, because otherwise you know what's going to happen. I'll end up throwing it on the floor like I normally do. And then we need to score each of these at 4 and 8. Now I have only got a dinky little scorer, so I'm going to have to kind of flip it over. I think I'll have to kind of do my folds a bit funny, but you do it at 4. Oh no, I just went through the paper. You do it at 4, and you do not go through the paper like I just did. Had to be something, didn't there? Let's score gently. And 4 there, so that we've got our folds. I don't think that one's scored particularly well. Let's do that again. It's a beautiful day in the UK today. Quite cool, a little bit crisp here and there, but very sunny, so that's quite nice. And my mum just called me. Oops, let's make sure we do it at 4. My mum just called me, and she was like, "There's a sparrowhawk in the garden." And there was indeed, but unfortunately I can't move very fast, and I missed it. But apparently it was beautiful, and it was on the bird table. They are monkeys. They know sparrows are there, obviously. So, you know, they want dinner. So they do tend to come, because we've got the fields at the back. For how much longer, we do not know. Yes, so then you take all 3 pieces, and she turned over this one so that we've got a different colour. And then what we need to do is we need to glue this one to here. Okay, but we're going to make a pocket out of it. Now what she did was just put a little bit in here, but I think I want my pocket to be a teeny bit lower. So what I'm going to do is just bring that over this side. I'm just going to come in a touch, about an inch. And I'll probably I might use my cutter, because I'm not the best with scissors. I might just come in, let's see where I've marked. I put that and get that on the line. Boom, 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 back there. Okay, move that up. So I'm just going to come in. Might help if I had it at the right end though. Hey, whoop. I'm just going to come into about there. then I can snip the rest of it off. That's lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to come in and I'm going to save this little scrap. Okay, so there we go. So then what we need to do is put a little thumb, what do you call this? A thumb dip? I don't know what you call it. A little thumb notch, finger notch into, you know how bad I am at centering, but I'm going to do my best. Not too bad today. And then I'm going to glue this onto here and make a little pocket like so. I might just trim the tiniest bit off there just so that it folds nicely. There we go. And then I've managed to get my art, because my nozzle's broken, I've decided to use these. If you haven't seen them, I'm sure you have, but they're free. I got mine from Amazon or eBay or something. Actually, I think these were AliExpress as well now I've thought about it. And it is coming out nicely, so that's good. Ooh. See, it didn't work with other glues I've used, but I have to say, with the art glitter glue, it's really good. So quite happy with that little nozzle. Yeah, I've had a drawer of them for a little while. Yeah, I haven't really used them, so there we go. Just make sure that's going to close nicely. So this is my first little pocket or tuck spot, and then on this one we're going to put, let's see what she said, I think we do the same thing here, but I can't remember. Yeah, it just goes over the top again, so we'll do the same thing on this one. I don't know if I want to, do I want to come in on this one, or should I just have a big pocket? Let's see, maybe I'll have a slightly higher pocket. Let's just have a slightly higher one. Let's go about 1/2 inch this time, and this time I'm going to risk it. Are you ready for this? Bravery. Yeah, it's a bit wonky, you can tell, but it's okay. No, it isn't okay. I'm going to have to trim it. You knew I was going to say that. You knew I wasn't going to like it. Right, let's trim it so it's nice and straight. This is why I don't cut, because I'm just hopeless at it. Okay. Right, let's get that. Goodness me. There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. I'm going to save that little trim bit as well. You never know what I could use it for. So, same thing again. I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off. I know the lady that's Lyric Lover Craft, she didn't do that, but I just want to make sure that mine closes properly, because, you know, it's me after all. So I'll turn this upside down. I'm going to put another little notch in. This is exactly what she does in her video. I thought I would copy her completely, because flattery is, what is it? No, what's the word? Just hit my head. What is it? Mimicry is the highest form of compliment, or whatever that phrase, I don't know, whatever that phrase is. Right, so let's do this one again, down this side, across the bottom again. There we go. Make sure that's not going to pop out, and I'm just going to pop that one just on there and make sure it's on that fold. I seem to have one that's a bit bigger. It wouldn't be me, would it, unless I had a piece that was slightly bigger. So that means that this 12 by 12 was not actually exactly 12 by 12. So never mind, we'll trim that as well. Bad, naughty Works. In case you don't know, Works is a really inexpensive kind of craft bookshop place in the UK. Not expensive paper at all. So yeah, I think the whole pad was £3, so not expensive. And then once we've got this, we've got our concertina, it's then time to obviously fold. Now I'm going to fold this way. You can you see there's just a little tear there. It's probably me. And then we're going to fold that way, and then that way, and that way. And you just keep obviously concertinaing all the way along. And I need a bone folder, which I've got here, little one. Okay, so let's just check that. So that would be, I've got a slightly wonky one. It's the story of my life. Oh dear. These are the jokes, guys. It's true though. Everything on me is wonky. Okay, that's a bit better. That's okay. I'm not going to fuss too much. So that would be the inside. We've got a little pocket there. And a nice little pocket there. And then that's the end. And then what she does... See, that looks so weird. Why is that not level? Oh dear. Trust me. Right, we're going to trim this one off anyway. This one's coming off. Because we're going to use this. And then that way we get... the same colour at the back as is the front, but I'm not sure why I've got such a wibbly wobbly back, but never mind. First go. Wouldn't be me if it was perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, so now we've got the pink at the back and the pink at the front. It's almost like this isn't quite right, and I think it's where it could be where I've made my pocket. I'm gonna, oh dear, my cutter needs a new blade. Let's just trim that. Okay. Yep, that's okay, but I have got, can you see it's a bit wonky? So what we're going to have to do, is it where I've stuck it on wonky? I bet it is. I'm going to have to neaten it, aren't I? Somehow. I'm just going to bring that in slightly, and I'm just going to get my bone folder on it. There we go, that's a little bit better. It's not perfection, but it's the first go, so we're not going to whinge too much. I just bring that in again slightly, bum-ba-dum, and just, so I'm just pushing it to the edge there and just bring it in a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's fine, we'll go with it. So here's the little book, and then now we've got some scraps that we can use to create tags or pockets. Personally, I'm going to just make sure this has lots of pockets, so I'm going to trim this piece and tidy this up, and I'm going to have a little pocket there or a tuck spot. What should we have? I might have now she actually cuts off half of hers, which looked really pretty when she did it, so I'm going to trim. I'm not going to cut as much as her. I'm going to trim that little bit there, and then I'm going to put an embellishment here like so. So we'll put something here beautiful. I might even put a velcro to kind of keep it shut. That might be quite nice. So I'm going to have a little tuck spot on this side. That should be the right height, but it may not be because my cutting obviously is a bit dodgy. So I'm going to get my glue. I'm just going to put a little tuck spot right inside that first page. I saw on one of the other channels, I can't remember who it was, I'm really sorry, but someone I follow was like, we've got snow. I was like, whoa. I think it was it Colorado? I think she said Colorado. It was snow. I love this world. It can be hot and sunny in one place and freezing cold in the other. So I've done a little one there, and I'm wondering if I could use this as a belly band on one of these pages, because that looks quite sweet. I want to use all the pieces, so I'm just going to do a little belly band just on the two edges. I'm just wondering, yeah, I'll have to do it on that page because I haven't got any other, make sure it's up the right way. I'm going to pop that there. There's a little belly band there, and that looks really pretty. And I'm just wondering if I want to use this little piece, just trying to give it a bit of, make it a bit more interesting. I'm not sure. I've got this tiny piece there, but that might be worth using as a closure. So I might actually use that as a closure there. Yeah, I'm going to use that as a little closure and put something on there. So we'll leave that one. And then I've got this one part here. So I haven't got anything on this page, but obviously this will open the other way as well. So there's nothing on this back part at all. So what we could do is I can use this and put a couple more pockets on the back. I might have a little tuck spot kind of going that way, or we could just cut a piece off there. Let's see. So I might just make a pocket. We haven't got many slip-in pockets yet, have we? So let's, whoops, I just hit my head again. I'm so sorry. I keep bashing it. So this is 4. So we want to cut this at 2. Just trying to see which way up I want it. Yeah, we'll go that way. Cutting this at 2 inches. And I'm just going to, because obviously this is the front, but obviously it's a concertina, so there's no reason why we can't have something pretty here. And I think just because I fancy doing it, I'm going to actually cut out a couple of little butterflies. Do I want to do that, or should I have the one that can, yeah, let's put this one in here. I'm going to put a little flower on that bit. These are terrible, these punches, so I'm going to have to set it down and push. Oh, there we go. A little flower punch. And there's a little flower there, which I'm going to keep. And then we can just put that there. Nice and simple. I think that's what appealed to me about these little mini albums, is they're just so simple. And, you know, they should be able to be slipped inside any journal. So they're really like another journaling piece that you can use. So that's what I loved about them. And she's got, I think she has 10 videos, because she's done this once before, and I've saved all the videos. And I'll give you a link to one of them, and then you'll be able to find the others. But yeah, it's really, really clever what she's done. So I'm going to put another little tuck spot here, maybe, or a pocket. A pocket, I think. Let's have 2 pockets. And this time, let's see if I can use, I don't like these punches, because obviously if I go like that, it's going to be upside down. I'm not a fan of them, I have to say. I got them in a little set. I don't think they really cost me anything, to be honest with you. But we'll put one in the bottom here, or maybe in the corner, or maybe like, I wonder if we could do it at an angle. Let's see. No, we can't do it at an angle, it's too straight. See, I don't really use them that often, because they're kind of upside down, if you know what I mean. Because when you come to, oh, there we go. When you come to put it here, you can't, you've got an upside down heart. So I just think they're a bit daft. But I've cut a little heart into that just for a bit of something extra. And I'm just going to glue along this side underneath my heart. And on this side. And we'll pop that in there like so. Oh, creaky chair. Okay. And that one I haven't cut the little thing out of, so, or this one. So there we go. So that's that. I've made the little album. I'm probably going to get, if I can find them, my little Velcro pieces. I think we'll, if we, just thinking, I could probably, if I make that a little tiny bit longer, and I can put a Velcro dot. So let's, I want to give it a little bit of give. So that's why I've done a little fold there. So I'm just going to glue this on the back. And excuse me sniffing. There we go. Just put that there. Whoop. There we go. Oh, can you hear the birds? They're so noisy. Maybe, I don't know if I want to put that on there. Just looking at this little cutout and deciding where I want to put it. There's a pink one, so I might put it on here. That looks really cute actually. Whoop! If I don't lose it. I'm going to put a little bit of glue onto this little stamp cutout. I'm just going to pop that onto the end of this little closure that I've made. There we go. Hope you can see that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some ephemera, bits and pieces, and we'll fill it and decorate it a little bit more. I'll be back with you in a sec. I'm back. Okay, I completely forgot something. I bought these and I got them on a sale with a sale coupon from AliExpress. And these are those, I think I don't know. Is it Gikerr? Gikerr? I never know how to pronounce her name, so I'm sorry about that. But she has just bought one as well. And we're going to have to work it out together, obviously. Because we have to have 4 snaps that are a full set. Goodness, this is going to be fun. And we have this fancy tool and all this fancy stuff that I've not even tried playing with yet. So this is going to be interesting. So first of all, you get, let's take out 4 different snaps, because that's what it says, and see if we can kind of find the 4 different parts. And it looks like there's 2 spiky ones, but it looks like are they the same? I think the spiky parts are the same, with a bit of luck. So 2 spiky parts, a bit like, I don't know, let's see, are they the same? They're the same. One bit should have a pokey up bit, and we haven't got the pokey up bit, which we have now. There we go. Right, so theoretically I've done it. So these are the 4 pieces that you use if you haven't used these before. I'm going to pop that up there and hope that I can do it. So you get 2 spiky pieces with this. Then there's a sort of popper with a, it's kind of got a well in the centre. And then the one that would be the opposite to that, as you can see, it probably fits on the top there. So that's what you get. Now, let's see. This should be fun. Directions from China nonetheless. So insert a cap where you need a button and put a socket as on the pick. Okay, this should be fun. So we're going to take one of these and we're going to poke it through here. Do I need a bradawl? I'm thinking that this may require a pin or some sort of awl. Let's see if I can see my awl from where I'm sitting. Oh no, which is typical, isn't it, when you need a tool. Usually my awl is actually stabbed into my pin board, but it's not today. Should we try a pin? Let's try a pin. See if that will help in any way, shape or form. Kind of made a little hole there. Push it down onto the glass. There we go. So I've made a little hole. Let's see if we can get that in there like so. Ooh. Without dropping it, obviously. Oh, yep, we did it. Okay. So you poke that bit through like so with the pokey bit. And then I think this part here with the well, insert a cap on step 2. Oh, okay. So let's do, yeah, let's put that one on there like so. Pokey tool. And then we stamp them all together, I believe. Okay, so let's take, ooh, this is nice and easy to do, not? Okay, okie dokie. So let's make sure that's going to close nicely and that I can put my pokey tool in there. Now I believe this one has got to go on top of there. So if I put that one now, yep, that snapped lovely. And then I make another little hole wherever that, let's see, that's quite in the centre there. Just trying to line it up as best I can by eye. Another little hole like so. Whoop, fell off. Oh, now I can't work out which way up it is. Okay, it's that way. There we go. And then this pokey tool goes, this pokey one goes in here. Ooh, and then that goes in there like so. Now at this point we have to use the thing, I think. So this is going to be interesting. So maybe I should take that apart and do each piece bit by bit. Might be better. Right, let's try and get this little one apart. Yes, there we go. Nice and easy. Whoop. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on here. Put on the pliers as in step 3 and press. I have to install the stud looks like that. So they've actually got this bit on the bottom. Oh my goodness, it's so complicated. really don't understand how this works, but we'll go with it. I think I'm going to have to quickly take this off and then kind of have to redo it with another piece of paper in a second. I could probably glue that back on. Right, okay, as you can probably see, it's a typical me crafting session. Okie dokie. Right, let's pop that on there. We'll sort this bit out in a second because it's just hilarious. Okay, so, and then that bit goes like that. I sort of don't really understand how this works, but we'll kind of, it's asking me to insert a cap and put a stud on and then put on the pliers as step 3. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on there, get me plier thingies, and I think you literally just put this in here. Okay, this is going to be fiddly. May have to fiddle faddle around off camera now. This is just why do I try new things when I'm filming? It's a recipe for disaster. No, this doesn't make any sense. Oh, whoops. Now I'm sure I have to do this one by one, surely. I may have completely missed this. Right, let's just see if this will do what it's supposed to do if I do that. Oh, it has. Look at that. Oh, I didn't need to tear it off. Stupid girl. Never mind, that's fine. I can sort it. So then, yeah, I think it's better to do it sort of. It doesn't make it very clear in the instructions. Yay! Look at that. Okay, that was a bit of a mess up, but it does actually. Yeah, it does actually do the job. But I'm going to have to repair my little bit at the back. But that's okay. You know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't show you the boo-boos. Right. Okay, I like that though. That's very simple once you get the hang of it. Okay, we can always put something on there just to pretty that up a little bit. Okay, yes, we will. So there you go. So I now have my first press stud. Look at that. So cool. I'm excited now. I'm glad I got it out, even though it was a bit of a mess up. It's a bit wonky as well, but you know, first go. So yeah, so I've got a little press stud there, and what I've done is I brought over all my bits and bobs. I've got my dies, so we're going to kind of go through and decorate this and make it look absolutely gorgeous. I'm also going to grab some tiny 6x6 papers, and then we can kind of use those to decorate, because again, I don't use my 6x6s either, so we can use those to decorate this little little album. I am back. So I brought some bits and bobs over. I've got this little, what was this? I think this may have been from the range as well, I'm not sure, but it's like a little pad of prettiness, so I'm going to use some of that. And then I've got this couture de jour, which I've had for a long time, and this came in a free paper set, so I have quite a lot of you can see just some plain ones, and excuse me, I've got hiccups and script, there we go, because I just drunk some orange juice. It's quite a pretty one there. Oop, there's my computer, and that's quite a nice one. So we're just going to have a play around and see what we can make. Won't be particularly vintage, I don't feel. It's too pretty for vintage, you know, it's not that kind of dark, you know, vintage look to it, but I do like that. I think that's really pretty. So I've also got my little So Crafty die cutter, and I've got a little selection of dies in here. And I've got one that makes the let's grab the plates actually while I think about it, wherever they are in here. Oh goodness, too many bits and bobs all over the place today. Let's see if we can find, I've got some embossing plates, but they don't actually fit this one too well. Okay, so I found them, and I never remember which way around they go. I think it cuts onto here by the look of it, so that's fine. And then I have various little cutting dies. I know I've got a couple of ones which I love using, which are the tags, and there's a little tag one, so I should probably cut out some tags which are the right size for that little book. And some pretty little frames with a little bird, bits and bobs of everything, some little tags. I'll just grab those two, and that one. And I might try and use the bow, as this is a day of firsts. I might have a good look at the bow one, which I got for free with the magazine. I've never used it. It just looks a bit complicated. So I just never bothered. But it's, yeah, it's a little bow one. Perhaps if anyone knows how to use this, they'll let me know. But, yeah, I'm presuming you kind of put the bow together. Let's put that one in there. And there's three types, I think. Yeah, so there's this one. And then this little bow here. And I'm presuming you just pop them all on top of one another. So maybe we'll have a go at one of those as well. So let's put that back in there. Right, so on the front, I thought I would use this little frame because it is so pretty. And I just need to have some paper to do it. I'm just wondering whether we have got something here that might go. Got this lovely little pad. Some sort of pretty, maybe this colour, would that go with it? Just looking for a colour that might, that's quite nice. I'm wondering if I want sort of a contrasting colour like this one, which I think might work. Let's have a go anyway. So I'm just going to trim down the edge. We can use that little piece somewhere else, over there, and try to remember how I do my little plate. And I believe that this goes down like that. This one goes on top, and then we just feed it through, she says. Usually I tape this, but I'm not going to worry today because I'm only doing a few, so if I need to tape one, I will. There we go. So it's a pretty little frame there. We'll see if that will work on there. I like it because it kind of picks up the colour here. So I think we'll use that one. Make sure all the little pieces have come out, because I can see a couple that still need to be weeded. I usually just flick them and they do tend to come out. Yep, that one did. There we go. Yep, that's perfect. So that one came out really well. Pop that over there. And then we'll do our bow in a second as well. So I'm just going to pop that there. Make sure the pieces have come out. Grab my glue. And because I want this to look kind of lacy, I'm just going to go on the inside here for the gluing, just on the circle part. I'll pop that there. That looks quite pretty, and I like it. It picks up this blue here, so that works quite nicely. And I'm wondering if I want to try a bow in a completely different colour. Now, I quite like this pink because that might work. So what we'll do, this will trim again. Trim along that wording there. And this time I'm probably going to need to kind of put this onto here with a little bit of tape. So we'll pop that there and grab a little bit of washi. Oops, torn washi. Okay, and we'll try and do this bow. So I'm just going to lay that down there. Just keep that in place. And that one. And that little one there. Okay, and we'll put that through the machine. And live on camera, I will do this, my first bow cutter, my first use of this die. Okay, let's see how that works out. Okay, so I've got that little piece there. And this one. There we go, little tap, and that will come out. lost the first bow now. I'll find it in a second. You're probably looking on camera like, it's there, stupid. See if we can get this one out. Put that there. There we go. And now I've just got to find the one I lost. Okay, finally found it. So I'm just thinking that this, I'm presuming this just goes like so. Is that right? It looks a bit flat. Is it me being really silly that you have to do something else to it? Maybe, do you have to put these edges up and then it's like a 3D bow? Not a clue. Okay, let's just do our own thing. Let's put this down like this. Let's have a go at it. Whoop. Oh, don't tell me I'm a bit clogged. I'll have to get a pin. Nope. Yeah, I'm not clogged. Not anymore. Okay. So this is a new one. So we'll put that there. Here we go. I'm sorry I'm quiet today. I'm probably not talking very much, am I? I'm just concentrating because I don't want to make another mistake. Oh dear. Yeah, I definitely think that's probably how you're supposed to do it. I'm not an expert on dyes, I have to say. I've not used them a lot in my crafting. I have got a few from buying craft magazines, you know, the freebies that you get. They're quite expensive over here. I don't know how much your craft magazines are, but over here they're like £10, which, you know, is quite a lot. Okay, so there we go. So I've got a nice little bow on the front there. Quite pleased with that, my little popper. So that's quite nice. Sorry guys, I'm just going to sit myself up and put my heat pad on so that I can carry on working because I'm getting very sore. Oh, goodness. Terrible, isn't it? Oh! I'm bashing up the craft room. Okay, so we've got a little tuck spot here. So I'm just looking at another paper that I might use to play around with. Let's see if I've got the little pad. Here we go. Okay. Kind of like, again, I would like a contrasting colour. I mean, I do like this one. That might make a pretty tag, but it is a little bit busy. There's a plain yellow that I quite like the look of. So I've got a tiny tag here and the bigger one's just rolled underneath my... So I think I probably just put that straight through as it is. Let's trim that off so that we've got room for another one. Okay, pop that down. And I do tend with this little one, because it is so tiny, I just tend to whack it straight through the machine. But if you're a bit, you know, if you've got an intricate die, then I obviously use some washi tape to hold it down, or something that I think is going to move. So I've got a lovely little tag there, and it's got a little sort of sewing stitch around the outside, and I'm just literally going to pop that in. I'm not going to worry too much about decorating at the minute. I just want to make sure I've got, and this is very thin paper, so I could attach it to some card if you wanted to. In fact, that might be a good idea because that is very, very thin. Let's see, I'll find some in a second, so I can do that one, and then I'm going to do this little dinky one to go alongside it. It'll just about fit. Might need a little bit of tape for that one because that may move. There, and we're just going to pop that through the machine again. I love this little machine. This is a So Crafty one. I think I got this from the works or somewhere like that. It wasn't very much money. They're quite inexpensive, those tiny ones. Okay, just peel that off. So again, I've got a smaller version with the little stitches around the outside. We'll do something with those in a second. Move that out of the way. So I've got a couple of tags to go in there, which we'll sort out. We'll leave that one blank. I've got another couple of pockets. Whoops, that is very thin paper, so I'll definitely have to do something with that one. I have a pile of ephemera here. that we made in one of our previous sessions. I'm just going to have a quick look, but I think most of these were quite chunky. And then also I've got my other little box of bits and bobs, so let's just pull that out of the way and we'll have a look and see. And I've also got my ribbon, so I'm going to pull that up because it may be that I want to put a little tiny bit of frill or something pretty on this, maybe on the edge. I'm just wondering whether I might put that on the back there just to cover up that funny edge that I gave myself. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So I'm just going to cut that there, grab some Fabri-Tac. So I've just run a little bit of Fabri-Tac across there. Had to reach over to get that. It's on my stash. And then I'm just going to place this little frill along there. Just have to hold that straight for a minute. Okay. Just for a sec. That's so pretty. Now we have the little frill coming out of the side there, which I really like. I think that's lovely. And yeah, we'll leave that one blank. Little cards in there. I'm wondering if I want to add a little bit of material in to one part. Let's have a look. So I think on one of these pages I'm just going to decorate with this little strip of fabric just to add something different to the book. So I'm just going to place that along there. See if that fits. A little bit shorter. Okay. And again, I'm just going to use a little bit of Fabri-Tac just to give the journals, little book something extra. I like the fabric in it at the same time as the paper. Let's put a little bit along there. Not much because it's only cotton and it will show through, so you need to be a bit careful. Give that a little pull. I even quite like the fraying. It looks quite pretty. So I'm going to put a little there, and we'll put a little bit of lace over the top of that as well. Just down the centre. I'm going to make that like a little belly band as well to slot things under. Like so. So I'll just put a little bit here. A little bit there. There we go. Hope you can hear the bird song on the audio. It's beautiful. So there's a lovely little belly band on the side there as well. Okay, loving this so far. It's really pretty. Coming together. And then I'm just having a little look, see if I've got anything else that I'd like to use. I have an odd end of pink lace. It's quite pretty. I'm just wondering if I'd like to put that on the bottom of there. I think that'd look quite nice. I'm just going to tidy up that edge like so. Just place that along the bottom. So another little bit of Fabri-Tac. Just there. Place that little bit of lace, whoops. Just like so, a little bit at the end. So I have a little bit of lace there that I've just placed in. I do like the mixture of fabric and paper. It's lovely. Just make sure that flips up. It looks quite pretty. I don't know if I caught that on camera, but I just put a bit of lace on there. I hope that did record. I think it did. So I've just put the little bit of lace on. And I'm just kind of flicking through and just kind of looking at what I want where. Whether I want to add anything else to it. I really want to add something to this pocket. So I'm just looking at what I could possibly add there. I could get my little bows out maybe as well. That might look really pretty. Get a few little bows and bits and bobs in there. And I've got some cheesecloth as well, which I don't necessarily dye until, you know, I don't really sort of batch dye it. I kind of like to have little bits of it kept white in case I want to do a project like this. I kind of dye it as I'm going along. So I've got a nice little piece here. I'm just going to cut that. So I could use this sort of on here with a little flower or something. So I'm going to go and grab my flowers as well and all my bows. Okay, I'm back after a slightly longer break than I intended because I had to stick to my diet and go and have a little bit of lunch. Quite a late lunch really. I picked a few things from my sort of, I guess it's not scraps, but from my stash. So I've just, I don't know what that one bit is. So I'm just going to go through and see if there's anything that I can use. I've got some of my stamps that I made. If you remember, I made these in a much earlier video. So I'm just going to cut out a couple of those because I think they'll go very well with this project. So I'm just going to snip some of those. Still really sunny here. It's lovely, but it is a bit chilly. My feet are a bit cold. From sitting up here because I've got the window open, but it is lovely. So I'm just going to cut some of these a little bit. I like the blue one, that's going to go quite well. I'm just going to keep this little booklet really simple. I've got one of Terry's little images here from her Valentine kit, so I'm going to use a couple of those actually as well because I've got a lovely little tag here. That's Jessie barking as usual. So I'm just going to take a few pieces from her kit as well. I'm fussy cutting, you know how bad I am at that, but we'll have a go. I hope you guys are all okay and you're doing all right and that your health's good, because that's really important. I've always said it, without your health you haven't got a lot. That's why I think things have been tricky for me lately. So I'm just going to put a couple of little stamps in there, like for my little tuck spot. I'm just going to leave that one plain, and then I've got a little pocket here, and I found this was in my stash, so I'm actually going to, I know it's a little bit vintage, but I'm actually going to pop that in there because I like the fact that the ribbon's going to stick out of the top. So that one's going in there, and then excuse me, and then just looking through some of my bits and bobs that I have left over. Again, I've got some more of Terry's here. That's really pretty. Just having a little look. I've got some of her stamps as well. I like this as a journal card, so I think I'm just going to cut round that and pop that in there as well. Terry's Paper Treasures is her Etsy shop, if you want to go and have a look. She's always adding more kits. I haven't spoken to you in a while, Terry. I will email you if you're watching this. As I say, I've just been a bit poorly, so I haven't really been in contact with anybody. Grumpy. So again, I'm just going to pop that in there. And that works really well because it picks up some of the other colours. So I like these. These are going to work beautifully. So I'm just going to pick out another couple of stamps to go in. I'll have a look through the pile and see if there's anything else I can put in a second. So these particular stamps are the ones with the brown lace on them. I did give these away as a freebie. I know Robin, if Robin's watching, Robin, I owe you so many freebies, Poppet. I've just had so many health issues. I just haven't got round to sending them over, and I've got your email. I can't remember the last thing I sent to you, but I promise I will sort myself out. There's a little ticket there as well, which is left over from something. I think this is, oh, this is the belly band. It's just become a bit stuck. I think that's what's happened. So I'm just going to put a couple of those in there for ephemera. Okay, and then we're just going to come to the front again. Yeah, that's the front part. And we've got that one in there. And if I flip this over, I've got another little pocket here. And again, I love this little one with the butterfly on. So I'm going to use that one from Terry's kit. Just cut around there. I want to keep this pretty simple and plain, because then when I put this inside a journal, somebody can actually kind of do what they want with it. They can play around with the ephemera and decorate it and do what they want to do. So I'm just going to put that in there. It's quite a busy pattern, so it needs something quite calming with the ephemera. I've got another, that's a bit vintage. Let's see what else we have in here. This is quite a sweet little card, but it is very cream, so I'm not sure that one would go. I have a daisy left over from Porch Prints. Let's see. There's a pretty bookmark, but unfortunately that's vintage and a bit too big. I've got some coffee dyed paper there, which might be quite nice to put in. And another couple of little tickets. So I'm just going to fold this little piece of, I think this is tea dyed actually. I'm smelling it because sometimes it still smells of my vanilla tea, but this bit doesn't at the minute. I think we've got a little bit of a glue issue there, typical of me. Make sure it doesn't come off. Yeah, a little bit of a glue issue. I'll just rub that off. There we go. No longer a glue issue. It's just a little tiny bit of Fabri-Tac that's come outside. That's fine. So again, I've got a little belly band there, and I think I might just put this in here. Should we fold it again, because it's a neat little piece of paper. Oop, there we go. And again, I might just use something little. I think I might use this one, because this is quite floral. I think this is from a Porch Prints kit as well, left over. I always have little pieces of ephemera here and there that I haven't used, so it's well worth going through your bits and bobs and kind of using them for as many projects as you can. Otherwise, you know, you do tend to end up with quite a lot sort of sitting around. So there's another one there. Let's see. I've got a floral. I've got a circular one here from Terry, which I think, again, just keeping with that theme, I think that would work really well. Let's go around it. Okay. So I will do what I can with videos. It's pretty tricky at the moment. I have to take lots of breaks. But I will try and get some more videos up for you. As many as I can. Keep the channel going. There we go. Right, we'll put that one in there. So already you've got this, it's a really pretty looking little book at the moment. I was going to put something on there, wasn't I? So some sort of little piece or something. I'm not quite sure. I have a little rose which might work. Just put that on the back just to cover that piece that we tore. The proverbial the piece that I tore and messed up. But it was worth it because the popper is really cool. So let's find my little glue, which is over here. See if I can take that top part off so it doesn't clog. Come on, you know you want to come out. Little pin maybe. Well, there's a big blob of glue. I can see it actually, so that should do it. Yes, there we go. I'm just going to make sure I've got enough glue around the outside on this one. I'm just going to pop that there. Really pretty. Put my pin back before that ends up in my finger. There we go. So that little popper. Yep, I'm really pleased with that. That's just a lovely little journal. And I think probably what I'll do just to finish, because I don't want to overcomplicate it, is just to take, here we go, it's just to fill out any bits that I have with just some additional pretty paper to go in there. Again, whoever has the journal will be able to do what they want with it. I'm just going to fold that the right way and just tuck that behind. There we go. Sticks out a bit, but I'm okay with that. And let's see what else we have. Oops. That's like two flamingos. A lovely green one there. That kind of goes. Oh, there's a pink. That will be perfect. So again, I'm just going to fold that over into a half. And again, just pop this under there. Just to make that look pretty. So let's just check that again. So this is the front. Opens up. We have a little couple of things here. Some ephemera. Oh, that's coming off. I see a little. Let's just grab a little bit of this glue and just bring that side down a little bit. Just make sure that that's stuck. There we go. That's better. Just let that dry. There we go. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I mean, you could do more if you wanted to, but you know, I think that's about as chunky as I want to go. Yeah, lovely pretty little booklet there. And do go across to Lyric Lovers Crafts channel, because she has, as I say, lots of different little books. I quite like the fact that that comes from the back to the front. I mean, you can open it this way, but you know, I don't think that matters. I think it just shows you where the front is, and you can open that all out. But yeah, very pleased with the way that's turned out. That's looking really pretty, really full, and it just helped use up some of the scraps that I have, and another piece of 12 by 12 paper. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'm going to take a long break now because my back's killing me, and I'll be back to you as soon as I possibly can. So until I see you next time, craft yourself happy. Take care.